What is going on, guys? Welcome to this edition of the Daily Dose. Once again, I'm joined with Homicidal Lou. How's it going tonight, bro?
Ain't going too bad. Thank you for having me on the Daily Dose this week.
Yeah, no problem. What we're going to be getting into on this edition is pretty much from what I've heard from all the podcasts and stuff. It's definitely the biggest complaint that the Destiny community has with Destiny 2 so far. It's not really the only one, but it's definitely because it's funny because I saw a post on Reddit. It was something about the shaders that people are having problems with the shader system, and then the second thing was, isn't it great? That the only complaints we have about Destiny 2 is the shader system. This is all we're kind of complaining about right now is shaders. But yeah, getting right into it, my first reactions was it when okay, first of all, what the issue is that a lot of Destiny community members are having with it is the fact that they're consumables, and you get certain ones from certain planets, and granted, when they're dropping, they are dropping sometimes in packs of. I've seen them like in stacks of 2. I think the highest I've ever seen them in is a stack of 5. I think is the highest I've ever seen them.
Mm.
Right. And my initial reaction when I first found out that they were consumable was I was honestly a little bummed out about it. Like I was kind of surprised that they were consumables. I thought it was just a really weird decision choice, to have them as a consumable, especially how it was in Destiny 1. You would put a shader on and it would obviously just change the whole thing, like every piece on your character, and then if you wanted to switch to something else, then you would be able to go back to that one at a different time. So when I saw that it was consumable, I thought it was a really weird choice, especially where now you can apply shaders to each specific piece. Whether it's your helmet, you can do a different shader on your helmet compared to a different one on your arms, your cape if you're a hunter, and vice versa, as well as ships, sparrows, and when you get the shader, so it can go across to either weapons or gear as well.
And Ghost.
And ghost, yeah, exactly, and ghost. So you can literally put it on everything. So initially, I thought it was a really stupid decision. I agreed. Like I said, I haven't really looked at the forum, so all I've really been hearing about it is kind of just what I've heard on some of the podcasts last week and this week so far. So I don't really have like a huge like gauging of the community. I just know that most of the community is kind of upset about it. And Luke Smith did tweet out. I wish I had the tweet in front of me, but to just sum it up, pretty much, he was saying, like once you hit level 20, shaders start dropping more often, and they did it. It was a decision they make to inspire you to be out on the planets, out in the game more, playing it, grinding. Like it's another thing to grind, and in that aspect, I actually like. That's a part about this decision that I actually like. So, like I said initially, I didn't like it, but now after thinking about it, after seeing this tweet, and after now that I've hit level 20 and I've kind of seen my shader selection kind of start piling up, it's just another one of those carrots that they're dangling. It's just another thing for you to grind for. So to some extent, I do like it a little bit more than I initially did, but I still think it is kind of a weird decision choice. So I'm kind of on both sides of the fence right now. Like it's kind of one of those things that I don't necessarily agree wholeheartedly with, but I also don't hate it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where I'm at with it right now.
Hmm. I've got one hell of a huge problem with this new shader system because if you think of it in a different context, there's people that, can't grind for these shaders, haven't got time to do it, or, can't afford to pay the brightness
Mm-hmm.
in order to get these selective amounts of shaders. So they're gonna have like the option of either not being able to use any shader that matches,
Mm-hmm.
or they're just gonna be having different shaders on each like armor piece, weapon piece. I mean, with weapons, it's fine. You can have a mishmash of weapon shaders, but with armor, people, like to keep it around about the same.
Right.
Because of this change in the shader system, that's no longer a possibility. So it gives people without the ability to grind a disadvantage.
It does, and this is one of the parts that I hate about it. When it comes down to this is like where I definitely agree with a lot of the people that don't like it. I mean, it definitely makes perfect sense. And granted, they do drop from bright engrams. So once you hit level 20, when your experience bar, rounds up or jumps or fills up, then it resets or whatever. Bright engrams drop, and then you take this to Eververse, and then they will decrypt. So it's crazy because it's a catch-22, because this is an area where Bungie did something very good, and they also did a weird choice, because with the bright engrams decrypting at Eververse, I think this is a phenomenal decision how they did it. It's almost like Warframe, to where you don't have to spend real money to get silver, to get stuff from Eververse. Now you can actually get it just from playing the game.
That is one thing I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to get into.
A reward you can get off Eververse, but there's only one way you can get the reward.
Mm-hmm.
And that way to get the reward is actually by purchasing silver coins. You can't get the reward any other way.
Oh, really? I don't know if I heard about this.
All the reward really is a bright engram. So the only reason why I bought Silverness for it is because it was bugging me and I wanted to get it out the way. Also got a nice new Sparrow from it as well, but really it's not worth buying Silverness just for that bright engram reward that Eververse gives you.
Right, yeah, it's pretty much like how it is with Warframe, where it's like pay to skip the grind kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So inebriation. Well, I'm a winner, so I'll get all the things. Right. See, and getting back to the shaders, like it's kind of the same thing, because here's the part that I don't like again, because there's a couple of shaders that I have they're sick. They're easily my favorite shaders that I've seen so far, and I think I literally only have like 2 of them. So, like you said, to your point, I can't put them on every piece, right? So, I can't have my helmet matching with my arms and my cape. So, but here's where it kind of works out: is it does give more customization options to your Guardian, though, because now you can mix and match the shaders compared from your helmet to armor, and all that. So this is why this whole system, it's really weird. It's I like, if I was to sit and put a list of pros and cons, like, of this, I don't know what would be more pros and more cons. I think it's like 50-50 for me, because there's a lot I like about it, there's a lot of hate about it. So it's like, I'm just really curious to see what's going to come of it. If Bungie's ever going to, if anything ever changes, like what would they change,
Also, going back to the miss and match thing, if you don't like the mismatching and it looks bad, you can't change it. You can't, take the shader off and keep it. As soon as you put it on, it's it. If you discard it, it's gone. So
exactly.
You're left with the wondering of, how do I get this certain shader back? Because I love this look at this shader.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. And that's the thing. So now you have to actually pay more attention to where you get them, because certain shaders will drop on certain planets. Like I noticed a lot of the shaders I was getting from like Titan had to do with like blues and like I'm trying to remember some of the names of the shaders, but they were like Pacific something, so it had a lot of like blues and blue tones and water tones and stuff like that with the colors of them. So like specific shaders will drop on certain planets, but like I said, you can have a really dope shader like I do. So like I said, those couple shaders that I have that are sick, I have no idea where I got them. So I don't know where to go to get them, to get more. So, and then I don't know, I guess, discussing it, I guess there's probably going to be more cons than pros in this system for me personally, but I do like how it's another thing. I guess that's kind of the only thing I really do like about it is how it's just another thing to grind for, right? It's just another thing that pulls you into the game world to play.
About that, you can actually check what kind of shaders you can get from certain places.
Okay.
You'd for example, if you go to like EDZ, you can check the rewards, and they will actually have a shader section there, so you can see what shaders you can get from that certain place itself.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you can go to the planet scout, so to speak, or the NPC that's on that planet. Yeah, that's true. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, and also I want to bring a bit of hype into this one at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what's right around the corner?
Well, the raid tomorrow.
The raid.
Yeah, the raid tomorrow. Yeah, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, it's closer than we think.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I can't wait.
It's technically today in my time, though.
Well, yeah, it would be, because you're 7 hours ahead, so yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty, so yeah, with that being said, we got to get to the grind now, because like you said, tonight's the last night that we can grind to get raid ready. So, because I think my hunter's at 261. Oh, real quick, I want to mention, in case anyone's watching this and hasn't done the raid, I did hear on a podcast today that I guess the recommended like light or power level for the raid, they said 260 to 280. So anywhere in that range.
I'm fine because I'm 264.
So I guess if you just want to average it out, 270, I guess, is a good spot to be, but...
Yeah, but if you really want to get that good feeling of accomplishment, go for that 280 or higher.
Exactly. All right. Well, thanks for joining me once again on this edition of the Daily Dose. If you guys want to catch mine or Homicidal's channels, I'll have them linked in the description down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. If you like the video, sub to the channel for more content, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.